Button pushed. Alright.
You were already live, though, weren't you?
No, I hadn't hit the button for
Oh, yeah. My
all of
read
us.
on Chatterino, so I knew you were live.
Yeah. Well, I knew Francisco would be here soon enough.
I
Soon
tried.
enough.
I saw
It's
he was
not
going to be
easy
late, and I
running
thought,
two
that's
stores.
odd. If
Francisco,
he's
I tell
going to
you,
be late, it won't be very long.
you need to be asking for a raise,
He
my
just does
dude.
this
They are
because
Oh no, no,
whenever
this.
whenever
wagon.
he was manager and I was working for him, I did the same thing to him every single day. And so now he's trying to
Oh
get
yes, payback.
Although I didn't text
Payback.
him. I just showed up late.
He's like, I've been plotting this revenge for years.
Yeah, no David today. David's out partying.
Dang,
He's out partying?
No,
partying.
he's probably playing Magic the Gathering or something.
Oh,
Well, that's a
nerd
party.
partying. Yeah.
Who doesn't like Magic the Gathering?
Well, I wouldn't normally put that in the same phrase as partying, but it's my kind of partying.
It's my kind of party.
The magic
I don't
party,
want-
man.
It
That's
is a
right.
Magic party.
That's right.
Play some Warhammer, play some board games. Good
Yep.
times. They go to the Game HQ to hang out with everyone.
There's a new
They got a new one in Mustang.
Yeah, there's a new one.
Oh, there's one in Mustang?
Mm-hmm.
Is it actually like big enough? The problem with a lot of the ones that I've seen open is that it's a game store and you can go in and you can buy games. They don't really have space for anything else. And that's what Game HQ has. A store on one half and a giant
This is the
play
same
area
way.
That's
on the
what they
other
had.
half.
That's what they
Okay.
had.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have to check that one out.
Anyway, it's D&D time. It's been like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been so
Well,
long
there it is.
that before we started playing, I had to try my voice out to make sure I still remembered how to do it.
How to talk?
Yeah, I like talked and I was like, I don't know if that's right or not. I guess I could go listen. And then I was like, yeah, I'm not listening to myself do that voice. I'm just gonna wing it.
None of my characters have the same voice. I've got like 3 voices that I can do, and they're all variants of the same voice. None of them
Yeah,
sound
and
the
then
same. They're different ones every week. I don't know what it is. I keep an eye for
Yeah,
the
but
symbol.
you can at least hide behind the I'm playing a different character all the time. I literally am playing the same dude every week, and I still, if we're off for long enough, it happened this last time. We were off for like a 3 or 4 or 5 weeks or whatever, and then we came back, and I was like, I'm just gonna have to just go for it on this voice and hope it kind of like levels out.
Okay, so you guys are on a giant tree. Massive legs on this tree.
So tall legs.
As you are
Yeah.
strolling through the ocean on this guy. This is Kale. You have discovered the god of
The god of not telling us anything.
god of protection.
Oh.
and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, he's protecting good information from us.
Kale is not feeling well. He was woken up a few sessions ago by a Nostra fella who was trying to capture him, basically. And he doesn't feel well, so he consumed the island, grew some long legs, and started heading east. He didn't really say where he's going. He just needs to be helped. He needs fixed. He needs... I forget the word he used. Sanctuary. That's the word he's going to use now.
He needs sanctuary. He's a daddy long legs and he's trying to flee, dude.
Daddy long legs. You guys have basically the last couple sessions, you just sort of sat on him and just tried to keep him safe. He's in real bad shape. He healed up for like a day. He hatched himself a little bit, but he's still kind of weak. And he is heading east. We set off. It is, I think it's not, we're going to say it's around nighttime. I don't know what time it actually is. It's around dusk. And in the distance, you can see there is a little light. I think you saw this before. A little light in the distance, and you can kind of start to see there's land ahead. And a little bit of a little prick of light, kind of like a lighthouse. Like light off. And it's like a fog. So it's kind of hard to, it kind of glistening through a fog.
Nice.
Kale continues walking. And as you get closer, he's making his way a little bit up to the, kind of veering to the left, up to the north of this land mass that's coming up to you. And as you get closer, you can see there is a fog. There's a bit of a chill in the air as you get closer to the land. You can feel there's a coolness around here. You can see the fog. And the thing that is spinning, the light that is spinning, is a lighthouse. You can see that. Well, who's my good? I forgot to pull up my list. The good perception ones are
Me
I
and
got
you two.
Yeah.
You two can spot that. The frequency of the light spinning is not. It's not symmetrical. It's not the same.
It's not
that regular?
regular.
Not regular. So it's go a little faster, a little slower, a little faster. Something's a little bit wonky about the lighthouse. You're a little ways from it though.
I gave you a little mental high five right there,
Yeah,
Isaac.
thanks. No, I take it back. So you figure about a half a mile south is where this lighthouse is, as you guys are kind of walking up to the north. On this walk, while we're sitting here, what is everyone's task that they're gonna be doing while we're sitting there? Zarik is gonna take a nap. He's real worn out.
It's a good task.
I'm
He
gonna
goes into a cave in the leg.
Yeah, he finds himself a nice bush.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for danger coming towards us, trying to attack Kale.
Danger. Okay.
Danger.
Danger, Will Robinson.
I'll just be looking out too.
Okay, give me perception for whoever wants to be lookout. I lost my
Oh no. Did I get reset?
10.
We didn't get a long rest, did we?
You've not had a long rest in a while.
Oh, okay, there we go. Good. My spell slots are still taken.
I lost my
I think
page.
if we see
I
that
know,
lighthouse
yeah,
and it's
come on.
like irregular, I'm gonna try to be like timing it and seeing if I can figure out what the deal is with that.
Is there a pattern? Is it Morse code?
That's what I'm looking
Give me an investigation. It's a ways away, but it's a long distance investigation.
Guidance.
Some call those perception, but not me.
You're investigating with the information you gathered with the perception.
Did I get? If I got guidance, then it's 22 plus a D4.
Yeah. So,
So
there's a fog, but there's a little break in the fog, and so you can get a good look at it for a moment. There is a flame in the lighthouse, and there's like a spinning disc in there, and that spinning disc is kind of wobbling. And so it's off kilter a bit.
It's skipping a tooth on the chain, my
so
guy.
it'll spin a little and then it'll flop over. So it's not actually, you don't think it's spinning any faster or slower, or maybe something's getting stuck, but it's rotating but a little wobbly.
So it's just like off balance, not
Yeah.
set properly type of thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So the light kind of goes up and then down and then to the side and then.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
What's your rolls here? Let me give me a perception. Did you roll that?
I got a 22.
I got a 10.
Okay.
I'll roll just
Saren, as he's looking at the lighthouse, you spot. You're kind of looking at the water, but you look over to the right towards that lighthouse and onto the land, and you can see there's a little cabin there. Not too far from the lighthouse, kind of on this north side of the lighthouse. And with your keen eyes, you spot somebody come out of that cabin, and they're waving.
Dang.
And they're waving.
I will-
Looks like they're waving at you. And this is
Hey.
a long way out, but you managed to catch that. with your
And you're
keen
like,
eyes.
Anybody-
why would that guy be waiting?
Anybody
can
see
see
that
that.
over there?
And he is
There it
waving.
is, right there.
He is waving, not like a hello kind of wave, like he wants your attention kind of wave.
Like that's a giant tree you got there.
Kale. Can we just notify Kale? Kale,
I'll
over
get
there.
the spyglass out
Hey.
and look at the guy.
Hey, Kale. Hey. Over there.
Got a bushy goatee.
Is it human?
Bald guy. And
A bald guy.
he's got like he's a bald guy, but he's got like the
No
long,
wonder you could
like,
see him from a distance.
the long hair around the bottom. Long hair.
Oh, he's got
around
a
the bottom.
skullet.
Yeah, skullet. That's it. That's the name.
Ah,
Oh, so it's not like a monk haircut. It's like long on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan, not Friar
You walk
Tuck.
around. Let me tell you something, brother.
Yeah, he's not doing this. He's doing this.
Yeah, he's a maniac.
He is waving. He has a look of concern on his face. You can spot with your
yeah.
spyglass, and
I
there's
was about to say, where's this spyglass? He's looking over at him going, why do you even need a spyglass? I can see this guy clear as day,
No.
hundreds of yards out.
Saren sees the guy. Isaac.
Oh, Isaac spyglass
Isaac
is
sees
him.
the
Okay.
face and the more detail. And you can see he has a dog next to him. The dog's barking, but you can't hear the dog. Like a yellow lab.
Oh, he's got a good boy with him.
He's got a good boy, dude.
You can fly over there.
I mean, yeah, I could fly over there, but one of you guys want to go so I don't have to
Yeah,
turn
yeah,
back
yeah.
into a person?
I'll go.
Fantastic. And I'll just turn into a big old eagle and grab him and jump off the side.
Into an eagle.
And I'll do that thing. Yep, and I'll come down real low and like we're going to hit the water and then pull up real tight and let his feet drag the water. Just
Okay.
to scare the hell out of him.
Fly low and invert.
Yeah. I don't think
Let
birds
Joe
can do that.
Put his finger on the water.
I'm a bird, not a dragon.
Guy is waving. As soon as the bird starts coming at him, he stops and kind of takes a step back. Dog is barking like crazy. You're watching him through the spyglass here. He takes a step back, and you can see a little bit more concern in his eyes as this thing is flying at him. But the two of you fly into this little bit of a wooded area, and you approach, and you land in front of...
I'll like fly up and like drop him off and then flap my way up and kind of catch the perch on top of the house or top of the little lighthouse. Because the lighthouse, I presume, has like a little...
Lighthouse is like a little
shut.
bit of a walk down...
Oh,
down
from where he is.
Yeah, so
Okay.
he's like... You wouldn't want to live right... I mean, because people do live in lighthouses. But,
Yeah.
like it's the Rocky Coast lighthouse, down a path cabin.
Gotcha. Well, then I'll just drop him off and land right next to him and, look around like a bird.
He takes a step back and he looks at you and he goes up and he goes to touch Saren.
Hey, how's it going? Why? What are you doing?
He says, "You real?
Yeah, I think so.
My prayers have been answered." This is kind of a big guy, burly guy. That's Kale.
That is Kale.
You're here for
How do you
me
know about him?
because I prayed for him.
Who are you?
My name is Cobb.
I want to inside this guy the whole time.
His name appears to be Cobb.
Yeah.
I rolled a natural 20. His name is actually not Cobb.
What are you doing out here?
Well, 7 days ago, my wife disappeared, and my daughter. And I prayed, and I prayed, and I prayed to Kale. And there he is. You're here to help me. I know it.
What could we do to help? I don't really know anything about your wife or daughter.
Well, help me go find him. I can't leave here, and I can't leave the animals, and I try looking around as much as I can, but she's the adventurous one out foraging, and she took our
Sometimes
daughter.
you just got to make a stand, man. All right. And you said this is your wife and daughter. All right. You
I've
already
done
sound
everything
a
I
little-
could. I prayed so hard, and now you're here.
You need to pray for strength for yourself, fella.
This is
Make a move.
the most amazing miracle that could possibly have happened.
It would feel like a miracle if you've been praying for days and then a
1
giant
second.
tree was walking in the ocean outside your house and a
Okay,
giant
well,
eagle brought a guy up.
He's here. I know you're here for this.
What do we need to do? Are we supposed to do something? You don't seem to. You sure you're all right?
Well, no, my
In your right mind? I mean,
my wife and my daughter are gone missing. They went out foraging a week ago. And they said they might stop into town, but I haven't... I mean, they've been gone a day or two before, but never like this. And I worry that town... They were friendly and all, but I told her to be careful about that place.
What's the town called?
I forget the name of it. Car,
Wait,
Kieranheim. Kieranheim. I think. Good night. Night. This is Kieranheim. That's the name. Friendly
Kieranheim.
folk, but well,
The human or
yeah, mostly. They gave me the EBGBs.
why is that?
I don't know. They're just real nice. Real nice.
Welcome to a Davos.
That's not.
Like-
I was just thinking that.
And they're just that way. Where they at?
Well, town's about a day's walk east. You can't miss 'em. Fiery red hair. Name's Dia. That's my wife. If you see her, just tell her to come home.
What did you say your name was?
Cobb.
Cobb. That's right.
Cobb.
All right. I won't forget that one again.
this is my dog Corn.
Corn on the cob. All right.
My wife.
Oh.
Dia, and my little girl Kira.
Well, if we get time, or Kale wants to, but we got important stuff of our own to do.
I know you will.
All right.
You're answering my prayer.
Sunny Cheeks. You ready?
Yeah,
We'll do what we
I'll
can.
grab him. Right in the middle of him saying that, I'm grabbing him, poof, and I'm flying away.
He's just in awe.
Okay, see you later.
He's just mouth
Okay.
agape. As you fly away.
I'm just gonna fly
that's
up
cool.
because he didn't point in the direction that this city was.
Yeah.
So I can
Days
try to
walk
find.
east is what he said. That's where the town is.
How long is that as a fly?
Oh.
Few hours?
Yeah, like we'll say triple speed, 8 hours.
I'm gonna fly us back out to Kale. I'm gonna do the long route though. I'll fly up and fly over the trees where he can't see us anymore, and then I'll do a big turn and keep low, and fly out through the fog back to Kale.
Fly out like the town and all the land is east, water's west. You're gonna fly out like over the east.
I'm gonna fly out just far enough that I think this guy. I'm gonna stay low to the top of the trees. I'm gonna fly until I think he can't see us anymore, and
Okay.
I'm gonna turn, and I'm gonna keep low to the ground and low to the water, and stay out by the fog so he won't be able to see us circle around and go back to the tree.
Okay. Easy enough.
Has Kale been walking towards the shore this whole time?
He's walking like he's near the shore. He's sort of like at the drop off, in the water still, and kind of hugging the coast. So he's kind of started to veer a little bit northwest.
Oh, so he's not going to this lighthouse.
No. He's beginning.
Okay.
He's starting to pass the lighthouse now.
I'm gonna land back on the foot, and drop him off, and look at everyone with my eagle head and go.
I'm gonna land. I guess if we get time, we can help that guy find his kid and his wife, but he doesn't seem very motivated to do it himself. He's just waiting on people. So if we get time, I guess.
I cock the head and I'm more like, time is too long. I'm raising my wings. I'm like, it's gonna take too long. I can't do this for very long.
Mix hears you. He speaks up. Mix is always around. He says, "You can't leave.
Oh no, I didn't. I'm not even suggesting that. We got important business here. I'm just saying at some point.
Protect
could help.
Kale."
Yes, protect Kale. Number one goal right now.
Okay, and he goes back to his spot.
I'll look back at the group and I'll be like, God.
This guy.
I kind of ruffle my wings back into place, and I pick up one of my claws and I point at where Mix is, and then I put that one down and I pick up another claw and I point down at the water.
Sheesh.
KO continues walking. Walking a bit like east-northeast. It's kind of your vector here. Is that the word?
Okay.
Your direction.
Is that what's that? I'll get the telescope out and look towards that guy again. Is he still flipping out on the shore, or did he like go back inside?
He's just sitting. He's standing there now, watching the tree. Dog barking.
He's like, "Oh, I guess they're gonna keep going then."
Oh, I told him that we were busy, but he's got faith, so maybe.
Hmm.
We're just gonna stay as a bird for a little while.
As you are continuing.
While he's in bird form, I'll look up at him. You want to fly around for a while? I'll go for a ride. I can keep watch.
Yeah, I can do that. Instead of
I'll
just sitting on here,
go get a
I'll just
bird's
do
eye
some.
view.
I'll fly him up and drop him off on Kale's head.
Kale shakes his head.
I'm like,
No way he
oh my
moves.
god!
No way he moves that fast. He goes.
Yeah.
You drop me on his head, and he goes, God. I'm like,
Oh, you feel that?
oh, just fly.
There's a spider in my hair.
Swats.
Gone. New character.
Ooh, boom.
As you are continuing to walk, still hugging the shore, you spot up ahead of you, not too far up ahead, there is a boat, a small little boat, single sail, that is tied up to a rock on the shore, just kind of like drifting a bit in the water. It's up ahead of you, and there is something just outside of the boat on the beach, and it looks human, not moving. And you've gone maybe 30 minutes past this house.
Who sees this?
You,
Yeah, who's?
Oh, me?
Mr. Spyglass.
Oh, how far away is Saren?
Where is Saren?
I suppose he's with me.
Are you
It's only
flying?
been
Are you flying around?
Yeah, we'll fly around and occasionally land back for a few minutes
Okay.
and then fly off again.
So
Okay, well, if it's within
we'll
120 feet, then I will send a message to it.
We'll
If
say you
not,
spot
I'll
him as
whistle.
right as they arrive back at the tree. You spot it.
Yeah.
I'll save
Okay.
that. Save that.
I'll just tell them, hey, something out there.
And you guys see it.
Go look.
I look back at it, and I look back at him, and I start to
That's
take
right.
off, and I grab him.
Grab me. Ah.
You hear Mix. No, you're supposed to stay here.
And then I'll fly up, and I'll turn around, and I'll come back, and I'll grab Mix, and then
So
just
as you
grabbing
head
whoever points it out. They're
This
like,
is-
"There's something over there."
in the direction that you guys are walking, up on the shore, though, kind of a rocky, craggy area, and you can see this boat. It's a small little boat, maybe holds 4 people at most. It's got a single mast, and the sail is attached, but it's kind of flopping. And there's a body on the rocks next to this boat, laying there. And as you fly in and approach this thing, you can see this is not a living body. He did.
Is anything around as we're flying in?
Give me perception.
Yeah, remember there.
I guess
8.
I could perception.
Yeah, Mr. Eagle Eyes. Take a look.
Do I get my perception or the eagle's
you get
perception?
You get
advantage.
yours and advantage because it's Eagle Eyes.
Cool.
Eagle eyes. How deep's that water? I hope it's not that deep. Oh, that's pretty good though.
So the sump on this, I'll describe the area first. So you look around the area, and just as you get into the trees, there is another lump in the trees. And then you look around and you see like this body, and this body, something has really messed this body up. Its chest is all
Oh.
out.
Whoa.
Gruesome.
What's the lump?
There's something body-wise in the woods, but it's ways out there.
Okay, and this body in the water, is it like in the water floating, or is it like on the
like
shore
right
and
on the
water's like hitting it?
It's like right on the rocky coast, like up on a rock. So like its leg is kind of dangling in the water, but the rest of him is on the rocks.
Do I know if it's low tide or high tide right now?
Looks like high tide.
How big is the boat?
holds
Does it
maybe-
have an underneath deck?
No.
Okay,
It
so
has
it's just like
it doesn't have like a deck underneath, but it has like a little there is like a little room area there.
Oh yeah, like one of those little small.
Like a small little sailboat.
Yeah, like a small little sailboat where it's got like a little area to stand, and you go like half down inside of it.
Okay, I'll just say you want to go check out the
Just for some
sailboat
cover.
first, and then maybe we look see what that other thing is up on the shore.
I just kind of look around because I'm a bird.
Just go down to the boat.
I was already going down to the boat
Okay, well you
No,
said you're
land.
looking around.
You go down to the
just
boat.
before we land. I go
You
down
bring
to
it
the
so
boat.
Saren is with you, or both of them with you?
Yeah, sure. If I can carry both of them, I'll take both of them.
Okay, so you head down there. Yeah, you can get both of them. You head down there to where the body is, and as you get to them, you can see his chest is just open.
Ooh.
Wait, are we at the boat or at the shore?
They're both there.
Oh, they're
Sure.
both right there.
The boat's
Okay.
at the shore.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. The boat is
Um,
tied to a rock.
Okay,
and
got it.
Drifting in the water. He is next to where that rope is tied, and he is laying there, and his chest is just open, and empty, and it looks like he's been here a while.
I'll do a medicine check, see what might have done that.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do a forensics
mm.
check?
Yes.
I'm gonna guide myself. Yes. 21.
21.
Ooh.
Investigation is a 26.
Okay, so between the two of you, whatever happened to this fella, it wasn't a pleasant time.
That's what we deduced.
Definitely not.
So
His chest is all out. Looks like it hurt.
Looks.
Something came out of his chest
Ooh.
and
Ooh,
belly,
chest burster.
and basically just ate him from the inside and then crawled out. And you can pick up from the investigation, there's a bunch of little footprints, tiny footprints that sort of skitter away from him.
Oh no. Is there a cane mark with a top hat?
God dang.
Okay, with this investigation, you follow a little footprints, and they're like little like stumpy like spider leg type footprints, blood
Very, like,
prints,
Peg
footprints.
leg,
Yeah,
peg leg types. Okay.
big little blood spots, but it goes out just like a few feet, and then you don't see anymore.
This is on rock.
This is on
Just what-
rock, and you pick up
So just like what silt is there.
So there's some marks on him. There's a little bit on the rock, and there's a couple little spots you see in this. Well, just a couple on the rocks, not in the sand. The water would have washed everything away. But on the rocks
Any
where
kind
he's
of
at.
journal on the boat or on him.
In the boat, there is a pack, and actually you find 2 packs, and in those packs, it's just
Shakur.
what's that?
Is it Shakur?
I don't get it.
2 packs.
Ah, 2 packs. And
Hacks.
They found him.
you find
He's been on this island the whole
packs,
time.
which is kind of
It's
generic.
been on this.
Generic supplies, rope, clothes. You can make out that there was 2 people here. You don't see any journals.
Okay.
You do find a good investigation. I'll give you this. You do find in one of like a little side stitched pocket. There's a little map, and you unravel this map. It's very rough, very difficult to read this map. Like you feel it's got like just some lines. You can see maybe that's some trees, maybe that's a cliff, maybe that's a building. But it's real rough, and there's an X because X marks the spot because it's a treasure map.
Oh, of course.
But you don't make out what it's trying to show. Like maybe because you guys did good investigation, you could see how one of the lines represents the shore that you're on right now.
Okay. Okay. Well,
But you deduce, seems like a 2-passenger kind of boat. No other signs of anything else.
okay.
This
Shall we go check
person,
the
the
other-
body you've got here, is male. Young guy. Is in like 20s.
Oh yeah.
Human.
Where the footprints stop, is it still on like rock or is it on sand or
You don't see anything
soil?
on the sand. You figure the water probably washed that away if there was anything. But you see some of them
Okay.
like go down his leg and then gone.
So it looks like they went into the water or into the woods.
Looks like they went into the woods.
Shall we go check out the other one?
I say we just get back to Kale. Why take the risk right now?
Curiosity.
I mean,
There's a treasure map.
there's a world-ending tree moving away to different lands that we got to protect.
What is Kale doing? Can we see him from here?
Yeah, he's pretty close. You guys are. He's probably 30 minutes behind you. He's
How
coming
long has
towards
it
you.
been? How long has it been since I initially turned into a bird?
It's probably been an hour.
Okay. I hold up one claw, hold out 3 like this, and
That's
I
four.
wiggle
That's
them.
4.
Sorry, 4. That's all. Well, that's all I need. How many claws are on an eagle? Is it only 3?
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
look
This is
back
you
at him and go,
doing
what do you think he means?
It's like I think he's been working on some kind of handshake. I don't know where my accent's going. It's all over the place. It's been too long.
I told you it's been too long, dude.
How far away is that other body?
150 feet. 200 feet. It's just in the woods a little bit. It's noticeably colder here as well. It's not like not magic. I know that's D&D. It's not magically colder. It's just there's a chill in the air.
Which is odd because it's a tropical island.
No, you're not in the tropical. You're not in the tropics anymore.
Oh, dang, that's freaking.
Okay.
I was thinking we were like in Moana land.
Stay here.
That's where the
at
campaign
that
began.
boat.
But you guys are pretty far north now.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm going to go look at that other body.
I'll walk over there with him. I'll also just write in the sand with my claw. We are on a timer.
With an eagle.
Sure.
Do the eagle walk.
Parallaxing.
Yep.
Okay, you stroll into
One weird step at a time.
the woods. And
I'm trying to be quiet because I don't know if
Oh,
that
I'm
thing is
not
still
going.
give me that stealth check.
Staying back. Scream real loud if you need something.
About to say, if I see he's trying to like crouch to stealth, I'll just stop and let him go because I know I'm
14
gonna
is
be
all I
silly.
can get. I rolled 2 3s.
Okay.
Amazing. I'm watching him like this isn't going very well, but
Stealth.
It's
Let
not
him
allowed
do
to
his thing.
hide at. It's a shore.
You stealth into the woods. And as you get closer, you can see it is a deer. The lump that you saw is a deer. But right as you get to where you can start noticing, oh, okay, it's a deer. You look aside, and there's a squirrel on the ground next to you that has just been torn apart.
Oh.
And you go close to that deer, and the deer, same thing. It doesn't appear as if something has busted out of the deer. Something has just chowed down on that deer.
Oh.
Same thing as the squirrel.
Yeah.
Didn't come out of, just has been
Right.
attacked or eaten.
Right.
Any footprints out here?
Give me another investigation, Mr. Stealth. Ooh, look at that.
Nice.
So this one, you do see some tracks. But you notice there is a lot of there are little bite marks, tiny little bite marks that have just been torn this thing up. There's little shreds of bits of animal all over, and they are messy eaters. And you can gather there's probably at least a dozen of them. Whatever this little creature is, almost like insectivorous style. Mandibles.
Does it remind me of those little things that we fought outside that dome?
When was that?
When we were going towards the fire caves? We like hugged the illusory dome thing, and we got attacked by like those whole bunch of little skittery things.
No.
Okay.
This seems almost like. Give me a nature check. This will coincide with your investigation.
Well, I'm sure it will go very well. I am very knowledgeable about nature.
You've been out in the world.
Oh!
There we go.
Wow.
Hey.
Oh man.
So, whatever it is, it's insectivorous. You see pincer, bites, mandible. And you also.
Wait, so it eats bugs, or is a bug that eats?
It is a bug that eats.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, insectivorous. What do you call a group of insects?
A swarm?
A swarm?
I don't know. It could be a swarm of anything. It's D&D. It's a bug.
Okay.
You gather this bug has stingers, because you can see little stinger holes that you didn't pick up before.
Okay.
And with the 20, it flies. It's gotta be it. It lands, it chomps, it bites, it stings, tears up, flies away.
Immediately, I'm looking around, ears perked up. Hear any buzzing or see anything?
You don't hear anything. This, the bodies have been here for, you figure, probably been 3 days.
Any sign of the second sailor?
No.
And there's no like other footprints around here?
You can see this guy. You can see that guy's footprints. With that roll and the nature and all that stuff, you can.
Oh, okay.
You
Sorry,
can
that
make
was-
out.
So he was on his way back to his boat,
You make out he was heading. Yeah, he was heading to the water.
and then he exploded on the shore.
And you can make his footprints. You can see broken branches and things where he was coming through, and he was coming through in a hurry. But his
Okay, I will head back.
step was very inconsistent. He was not well, obviously.
Okay, I'll head back. I think maybe that guy found something in the woods that stung him a bunch, and then he was infected with something.
You know what? That sounds like a great opportunity for us to get on this bird and go back to that big old tree.
Okay,
I don't really like bugs, all right?
I'm not
and-
fond
and,
of insects either.
You know, the scorpions were enough. So
Well, we're
I'm just
Well,
going to go
we're
ahead
running
and
back.
just walk over to the bird and jump on him.
And jump on me.
I'm going to be like, listen.
I'm gonna shake
you
him off.
figure
No
whatever you
riding
want.
on the back.
Hold on for dear life.
It impedes. It
Sonny.
impedes wing
8
movement.
seconds.
As you're going up, you're taking Eru with you up, back up to the
Yeah,
top.
I guess.
So-
Yeah.
So you've got that map.
Wait,
yeah,
does
that's
he
what I'm
do it?
doing. I'm
in
looking.
the back of your mind. Are you looking at it?
Yeah.
And if that worked, if that was the shoreline, sorry, I didn't draw a map for you. I was gonna draw one, I didn't do it. There's a hump on the map, very crudely drawn a hump. And as you get up, there's a mountain, not a mountain, but there's a pile of rocks, a big, what do you call that? Skinny, tall mountain spire.
Okay.
That lines up with your map.
Where's it in relation to the X?
The X, it's hard. It's like well, the X is to the far east of that, so you don't really have any sort of like bearing on where that X would be based on these two things, other than it's sort of over there. But like things aren't drawn to scale. If that makes sense.
Okay.
So your X is somewhere southeast of you. You can see the.
I'll show Saren. I think this is that over there.
There is something. Saren, give me an investigation.
It's not my strong suit. I will guide myself if I can. Oh man.
Okay.
Minus one.
13.
It's real hard to make out what he's like. Maybe it works. Like he might be just kind of like, yeah, maybe it works. Sure, there's a hump there and there's a line there. Maybe. If you continue on this path, it's got a skull up ahead, like a skull, like 2 circles and a mouth. And if you continue on this path, there's a skull up there. That's really about all you're making out.
Like, hey, look at this, and I'm gonna like grab a corner of it and gonna point. And whenever he starts to move in, I'm gonna go just try to lob it off the bird. Oh,
Okay, if I can't catch it, I will try to cast Mage Hand as quickly as I can to grab it.
Give me a dex.
What are you doing?
Catches.
we gotta focus on one thing at a time right now. All right, we have a serious job to do.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Man.
Wasted.
I will also
Going on.
cast Mage Hand to try and rip it out of his Mage Hand.
Dang, these are some serious. You guys got some serious
I'm
reactions.
not going over there right now. Just keep an eye out, okay?
Hold on to the map. Maybe we come back later.
What I was trying to do, you tried to throw it away.
Still think it's dangerous. Good
Of
luck
course it is. Look at
finding
that
this
guy.
place.
All right. That's it.
Oh no, Kale got chopped off at the waist.
What's wrong with Kale? What'd you do? Oh, yeah, because he was a little he's a little poorly made because of his all the bits that are in him. So he runs a little chunky.
Ah, yeah.
Choppy. Okay, so Kale continues walking, and you get to the point where that ship was. He keeps on walking through. Kale gets ready to take a step, and he's splashing in the water. You can see the water, like as he splashes, the waves go washing up and splashing all into that body. And you continue walking, and you walk another. So you're getting it's about noonish now. And you continue walking another like 4 hours or so, kind of hugging the coast. And then, all of a sudden, he begins to cut inland. The coast kind of curves north a bit, and he just heads straight. And as you are making that cut in, very rocky area right here. And as you're kind of checking out the land as you guys are walking in, there is a pile of rocks. Saren sees this in Sunny Cheeks, since you guys saw the map.
Yeah.
There's a pile of rocks and it looks like a cave. It does look kind of skull-like.
Ooh. Go to Sunny Cheeks like some pirate treasure, so.
And is Kale walking towards it?
It's to your right a little bit, so the land it's like in that corner where the land begins to curve north, and Kale is walking straight, so he's starting to rise up a little bit as he's walking inland.
So it looks
He's
like he's
walking
done
towards
with
the
the
cult.
water right now.
It seems that
looks
way,
like
yeah.
he's headed towards the land. Okay.
Mhm.
And he's walking towards the skull?
Kind of. I mean, it's getting closer to you, but he's not walking towards it.
Gotcha.
He's been walking northeast, and he's starting to walk. He's veering just east as the land begins to curve up north, and that is east southeast of you.
Damn.
So if you
Okay. I mean, I'll keep an eye on it. Well, if we're walking close to it.
seems to be just some sort of like there's some water coming out of it. Just
We could.
a cave. The X, remember, the X is not at that skull. The X is south of that skull. Just that was. Do you guys show that to Eru? That just sort of validates the map is here.
Oh, I don't see it.
You see the rocks. What's your perception? What's your passive perception?
15.
Yeah, you don't make out. It's just a pile of rocks.
I'll point it out to him.
And once he
I
points
like
it out,
adventure.
yeah, it's clear. That could definitely be a skull.
I mean, all we've been doing is kind of riding around on Kale.
Well, let's see if maybe he stops nearby.
Yeah, maybe we'll get lucky. It'll be like a giant. Well, that doesn't exist. A giant taxi. What's a?
Rickshaw?
Is it some kind of bipedal boat?
Gondola?
I don't know. I feel like I've been sitting on this tree forever.
I'm getting sunburnt too, and it's just I've had enough.
It's hot. Yeah, it's hot. We're out here.
It'd be nice not to be going oof, through the air all day.
Side to side, real slowly.
Well, let's see. Maybe he'll stop once he gets to the shore there.
Maybe
So,
Kale's
right.
just looking for treasure.
Go up to take me up to Kale's head. I'll just hold the map out in front of him.
Yeah. Look for
Kale's
this.
legs begin to expand. And his body begins to expand wide instead of skinny as he starts moving into the shore and starts stepping onto land. Boom. Boom. And starts stepping onto this land. It's rocky at this coast. There's a few little hills right here at the water, but he starts stepping over those and you start making your way onto land. A few hours going by. He makes his way up to the top of this little hill range. And you get a good view on everything that you can see from up here. You can see there's a large forest, maybe a day's walk ahead of you. And are you guys still down at the lower legs? Are you up higher? Where do you want to camp out?
Ooh.
I mean, if he's about to walk into a bunch of trees, I want to be higher than the canopy. But if he's,
You got a ways before you're in those trees.
then I'm probably still at the feet.
I don't know where we were when we took off. I would have just landed back where we were.
Okay. Yeah, he made a spot for you on his leg, but it's kind of low.
Yeah,
That's where I
okay.
would be.
Okay. Night begins setting in as you guys are kind of cresting this hill. And you kind of just barely make out that forest as the sun is setting. Pretty plain, pretty flat area. There's some big mountains to your south, which you know those mountains. You've been nearby here a long time ago. Way to the south is that mountain range you guys are at. And there is a twinge of smoke on the air. And Kale makes his way up. He's sort of in these hills. And the sun sets, and right as the sun hits, right as the sun goes down, he stops. And he freezes. And no
I
movement.
look over at Mix.
Mick shrugs. I guess Kale is sleeping.
Look at Sunny Cheeks.
I think he's solar powered.
Should have known from those panels up on top of his head.
Well, he is a giant tree. And think of all the salt water he's been taking in.
True. Can you speak with him again?
I actually don't think I can. Or I actually don't think I want to.
Especially, we need to conserve our spells, especially something like that. I know that's higher level.
Let me look. I could do it. I could do it one more time. You want to do it now or you want to wait? He's kind of stopped, so usually that means he doesn't want to talk.
You're the druid. You tell me.
I feel like we've gone over this plant thing a lot of times.
You're the only one who's spoken to him.
He kind of doesn't talk that much, anyways. It's always kind of one-sided. I'm always just kind of talking, and he's just kind of going, "Relax,
He's Aaron Rodgers.
relax."
Okay, well, I guess we wait then.
I mean, we could get down off his leg, I guess, and sleep on the ground.
Well, I wouldn't want to be asleep on the ground if he starts taking off again.
But this island looks nice. We could just stay here. Wait, how big of an object do you think I can teleport with the cape?
Not a kale
Just
size one.
teleport Kale with us.
Yeah. Is it like if I'm holding his hand, if I fly up to his hand and hold his hand, will he come with me?
It's like,
Let's
oh,
find
Really,
out.
as long as he's a willing creature.
I'll let you decide on that. I'm gonna try. If he's stopped and we're stopping before I go to sleep, I'm gonna try to figure out if I can tell about how far away I think that X would be from where we currently are.
Okay. You figure from where you are, the closest place is where that you have that's on the far right side of your map is that skull. So you're off your map now, and so you have to go. You have to backtrack about
Okay.
about 8 hours kale walking time.
Oh, geez. Well, looks like that's never going to happen. I'll fold it up and put it away.
8 hours Kale walking time. He didn't walk that fast though, does he?
He walks pretty quick. He walks faster than you guys
Big
do.
steps.
Big steps.
Oh,
He walks real slow, but he's got real big steps.
yeah, real big steps.
Yeah, so it's
Fair
like we're
enough.
sitting there doing nothing for like a minute, and then suddenly it's like 5 G's worth of moving forward.
Oh,
we all
boom.
all
it
pass out
shakes.
from the blood rushing to the back of our heads.
You start to come to just in time for the next leg.
Yeah.
His head would have been a nicer place. I told you, dude. I could have built a giant bird's nest up there.
All right. Well, get some rest if you can.
Thanks for RP and nighttime.
I'll take the first watch.
Okay, give me a perception check. Watch, folk.
I'll take last.
I'll take the second.
22.
Okay. At the end of your watch, your 3 hours, everything's quiet. Nothing happens. Real nice, peaceful up here on the hill or in the hills. You hear a caw, there's a large bird somewhere. You heard one a while back as well. There's a large bird somewhere north, but you can't see it way out there. You just carry it on the wind.
What kind of bird is it? What kind of bird call is that?
It's just too far away to make out what it was. There's an animal,
Dang.
and it was up.
Fair enough. And it was up, so it's okay.
Yeah, in the sky.
I'll just fill in Saren when I wake him up for the second watch. Heard something, don't know what it
Ooh,
is.
I love birds. I'll see if I figure out what it is.
And I'll go meditate for 4 hours.
Give me a perception, Saren.
13.
Real quiet out there. Nothing.
I'll wake up myself at the end of my watch. Frog. Your turn, buddy. Man.
Crowd perception.
Krog nods. Perception. 15.
Got an hour into your watch.
I wake up.
Arrow wakes up, and you hear this annoying buzzing sound.
Oh no.
But it's not close to you. It's far away. This buzzing sound.
Okay.
And then you
How far?
you think for a moment. You try to figure out where it's at and how far away. And it sounds like there's two of them. There's two different sounds. Like you picked up one to your southwest, but now you're picking up another one from your northwest. But the northwest one sounds a little different than the southwest one. But they're both far away.
Northwest would be over the water, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I noticed that Eru wakes up.
Yeah.
Or I noticed you
yeah,
wake
he,
up.
Yeah,
Okay.
he wakes up.
Say, Eru. I hear something. It sounds
Get
like
real quiet, try to
buzzing.
hear it.
Yeah, you can pick it up.
Jeez.
It's same as him. You can't tell how far away it is. You can't tell what you just. It's just every once in a while you catch up this buzz, both directions of you.
What is it?
I don't know. Keep an eye out though. If it's those things that stung that guy, we don't want any part of it.
I agree. And then I'll just keep an eye out for that.
Get a hairspray and a torch ready.
The
Get a can of Raid.
Yeah.
as you get 2 more hours of rest or of watch time, and you can kind of start figuring things out. That the southwest one sounds like maybe there's a beehive nearby. It has that kind of like
What?
hum of a lot of buzzing.
That's a lot.
That the one to the northwest sounds different. It sounds more mechanical and singular. And as the night goes on, it sounds like it's getting louder. And as twilight hits and the sun begins to peek over the horizon, and you just start getting a little bit of light, you can hear the buzzing sound in the sky. It's back behind you and to your left. You can't see anything, but you know there's something up there. And right as that sun hits the horizon, Kale foot begins to move.
Oh.
Kale look rejuvenated now.
Yeah, he's not I wouldn't say rejuvenated, but he's as he's been. As the day goes on, he gets a little more wilty and kind of sad, and he rests and he perks back up a little bit. That late afternoon sun.
Yeah, that
Where
late
it really
does,
afternoon
man.
sun.
Wears him out.
I know those trees really hate the sun.
He has had a garden, in Oklahoma in August. Your plants are up bright and happy until around 1 o'clock, and then they're like
Yeah,
sad
you gotta go out there and water them.
droopy and
They're going,
I'm
man,
like,
this really sucks.
Nothing that we can see
So
back
as
there though. Now that
as the
is
sun
out?
comes up and Saren and Sunny Cheeks wake up with your Krog, what's your perception? I'm sorry, I don't have my paper thing.
My
I
passive?
should just write it down.
14.
Okay, you got a 15 on your watch. So you all wake up and you can hear that buzzing.
Okay.
Can't tell where it's coming from, but there definitely is a buzzing. The buzzing to the southwest, right as that sun crested and it started lightening up, that went away. No more beehive. But the other one is still there. And wherever it is, it's way up there. It's a bit of a fog, and it's kind of cloudy. Some clouds are up in the sky. Maybe it's above the clouds. It's also kind of chilly. It's kind of cold, especially up here in these hills.
It's sunny.
A bit of snow has dropped on the hills where you guys are.
You want to go up there?
I don't actually think I can. Oh wait, we did a
Short
rest. All right, yeah, sure. I'll fly you up to the weird sound in the sky that could be a bunch of bugs that are gonna eat us alive.
We'll just get a little close, but not too close.
Medium closeness.
You're a druid, so I'll give you the free nature check. This does not sound natural.
Yeah, we decided it sounded mechanical, right?
Mechanical.
Like a whirring
Mechanical.
as opposed to a.
Yeah.
Dang, there's a helicopter up there.
We get up there. What the?
Just floating above. We're on a TV show. I'm gonna fly us up there.
Okay. How high you
Who are
going?
you taking?
High as I can go, I guess, until I get there.
Till you get where?
To the source of
Above the
buzzing.
cloud cover?
If I fly towards the source and it continues to get louder, I'll keep flying towards it. But if at some point I fly so far that I can't fly anymore, or I feel that I can't return, or the buzzing stops getting louder, I will return.
Give me a perception check.
Who are you taking?
Make one.
Oh, yeah, who you
'cause I'm
taking?
going.
Oh, I was taking Saren, but if someone else wants to go, he asked. I'll take Eru though if he's feeling it, or I'll take Krog.
No.
I will guide you.
All right, no Krog.
He's
Thanks,
not.
Pants.
He doesn't feel comfortable about that.
23.
26. Okay, so you grab Saren and you lift off straight up.
I'm on there too.
Okay, arrows.
Yeah, him there too.
So you shoot off straight up. You go up a long ways. Like you're going way up there, and you can get a good look at the land. You being this far up, you can see that you're back on the mainland,
Gosh.
and you can see the mountains to your south. You can see where way in the distance there's just ocean to the west, and you can kind of make out the forest where you guys came from, and so you can see you're on the mainland. And you head straight up, and you start getting into some cloud cover. You can't make out where this thing is coming from, but you can kind of pinpoint the direction of it, and it seems like you're about the right altitude. But it seems like it's in the clouds. You can go above the clouds, you can go above or below the clouds, but it is still to the northwest of you. You figure maybe a few miles. Hard to tell. You don't see anything? Wherever it is, it's in the clouds, maybe above the clouds. You can keep on going above the clouds if you want, try to get a look there. You don't see anything, but your perception has pinpointed about where it's at. And it's a singular thing.
And Kale's walking away from it.
Yeah.
Does it
No, I
seem
don't know what you
feasible?
know. So
Does it
Does
seem
it
what?
seem feasible? Does it seem feasible for me to fly to it?
Yeah. You feel
Okay.
like it's in the clouds though. And so there's big puffy
Right.
clouds. And so you can go to it, but you're gonna run into it. You'll be there. You figure
And
if you
you
go
say
through
it's
the
like
clouds.
an hour or two away.
No, not anymore. It's a few miles.
Oh, okay. It's like a few hours away, and we're going the opposite direction of Kale. That's going to be
Yeah,
the return.
Well, let's
it
just go check
was
it
a
out.
few hours away, but you've heard it for 2.5 hours now.
Oh,
I'm
getting
just gonna
closer.
go over towards it.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you just barely picked it up. It was a long way out. It was just a weird sound from a long way out.
So we're just like flying through the clouds right now. I'm all
I'll fly
drenched.
gently.
Are you going through the clouds? You can go up above the clouds, below the clouds, through the clouds.
If I can go above the clouds, I'll go above the clouds.
Okay.
Oh man.
Give me a estimate how
Can't-
high you want to go.
Can't breathe.
Yeah, I was
Getting
gonna say that.
cold up here.
Well, if these are low flying like storm clouds, like gray storm clouds, they're considerably lower than regular clouds, right? So it shouldn't be that much of
Exactly.
it. Might be cooler, but
these aren't storm clouds.
if they're normal way up in the high in the sky clouds, I can't fly that high anyway, so it doesn't even
They're
matter, and I'll
space
fly under them.
clouds.
The clouds are a different level, son. Ain't no bird flying 25, 15,000 feet or whatever, like, god dang, they're not
You're not that high.
747s. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Some clouds are real high. If these clouds are moderate height, then I will fly above them. If they are at ridiculous height, I will fly through them or below them.
So you fly up, getting cold up
Yeah.
there. And
And we're all wet from having fallen through the clouds.
cold. There's cold stuff up here. The clouds you're in the cold area.
Listen, I'm a bird. I'm fine.
And you can keep
First
your
like a
perception.
flying
You can kind of make out there's a little bit of a disturbance in the cloud, and occasionally you pick up a little bit of a brown speck that's flying through the cloud, disturbing the cloud and moving through it.
And it's making the noise.
Yeah.
Is it orbiting a bigger thing? I'll try to
It's
catch
moving
it.
toward you. Well, not
Oh,
towards
it's
you now
moving
because you're
towards me.
above it now, but it's moving in that
Yeah.
direction.
If I can see it, I'll try to lock onto it and follow it.
You fly in at it. You can just kind of make over like a little bit of a dome that kind of peeks through the clouds occasionally, and drips back down and dips back up again and back down. And as you get closer, you can hear voices, and it sounds like you've been on a boat before. It sounds like folks on a boat yelling out, "Oh, and he," and boat sounds.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's boat sounds. Oh, and he.
And a couple of yar-hars.
Yahars.
Is this a sky ship?
And as you get closer, you begin to make out the air-filled blimp.
It's a dirigible.
Of it. And you can hear this as the spinny blade is spinning around in the back of it. And you can hear the shouting in an accent that I'm not going to give you, but I'm going to tell you what it sounds like. And it's sort of what you heard the bears speaking. That sort of Eastern European-esque is what I was thinking there with these guys. And you can kind of hear the shouts, like, "Oh, the clouds! It's a wet one today." Whatever
Whatever you're saying in a dirigible. Yeah.
Grab the ropes. Lower it. And
Is it like a blimp? Is it actually like a
Why are
blimp,
you
or is it
flying
like
through
an
clouds?
It is a blimp.
airship?
It is a blimp, and below it is sort of suspended on a blimp of ship.
Oh,
With
okay.
a big spinny blade on the back.
Yeah. It's like a
Don't get too
steampunk
close
style
to that.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
But bigger.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Lots of moving parts. You can hear there's a flame in there. You can hear that kicking up every once in a while. Lots of wood.
Looking at this
Lots of
thing, do
metal.
I think if that canopy got caught on fire, this thing would be screwed.
It's maybe.
Is this a
Yeah.
hydrogen balloon? Or is this a hot air balloon?
I'm gonna cast Flame Strike.
Going down like the Hindenburg. All right.
What is that?
I've never seen something like that.
As you guys are getting close, because to be able to see this thing, you got to be kind of close in the clouds.
Yeah.
And you hear shouts of that they spot you. Well, what is that thing? Veer right or whatever the veer. Starboard.
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 Starboard. And they start spinning to the right a little bit. And
Are they fast?
You can hear some cranking as things are getting cranked up.
Was that a machine gun?
That was the sound of something cranking
Oh,
up.
man.
Tracers are flying.
Oh, Flame Strike.
Milan.
Eric, make me a dexterity save as something is coming at you.
What?
Oh no.
Oh no.
What's an eagle's dexterity?
I figured I'd let
It's
you.
gotta
I'd put
be-
it in
high.
your hands instead of mine for the old attack.
It's better. It's got to be better than Sunny Cheeks dex. I haven't actually had to look at this thing's stats in a while.
What is it,
Plus
giant
3.
eagle?
Yep, it's not much better than what I got. All right. Not great. It'd be a 9 instead of a 8.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, they shoot a net at me?
Shot a ballista.
Oh.
A ballista? Jeez.
If I see this giant bolt coming at me.
That was your save. As
Oh,
they were
okay.
Cranking this thing up, and this ballista, thung, and it comes flying at you. You try to dodge it.
Yikes.
As long as it doesn't kill me, I'm going to fly down and land them right on the boat.
That's 14 damage. Thunk, right in your wing as this ballista hits. I got him!
Ouch.
I got it! there shouting.
Ah,
and you hear
joke's on
Chase,
you, I'm fine.
"Hooray! It's still up! It's still up!"
I'm just gonna dive this thing.
Oh,
There's
no.
no way they're getting another shot off before I get there.
So yeah, you dive in, and you've got there's 10 folks on board this thing, and it
Oh.
looks just like a regular old sea ship, just with a blimp attached to it. A
Yeah.
big Bernie thing in the middle. And there is one big ballista sort of on the back that they've spun around at you, and they're loading it up. There's 3 of them working this thing, and they're loading up another big bolt
Oh, wow.
onto this thing.
Hey,
I'm going to.
hey!
Wait.
Stop!
Are you dropping them on there, or are you just flying by and shouting?
I'm gonna drop them on there.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna do a big turn and come back, and I'm gonna try to rip the ballista off the top of this thing.
Okay, so give me acrobatics checks, the 2 of you.
I'll skim low so they slide harmlessly into a wall.
Team
Hey, that's
20.
pretty good.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Stellar.
Eru,
Sarah's just like,
No.
Eru hits the ground, rolls up to his feet. Saren comes in and he just hits the rail, thunk, and he kind of leans, he slumps over the rail. He got to kind of climb up and climb over.
Oh, no.
got a big bruise across his stomach.
My hip, it's the
They
bad
pull
one.
out scimitars.
Oh, man.
3 of them that are standing there. One of them squints. What is all this? And he looks back and he sees Bird make your attack at the ballista.
Oh, man.
Oh wait, is this ballista? It's huge. It's a giant.
It's pretty
Weapon,
good. I mean,
right?
it's about as big as you.
Okay, yeah, sure. I'll attack it.
It's not a
Well-
giant. It's a regular old ballista.
Okay. Well, I had a thought. I could just take out the guys who are shooting at me and drop them off the edge, but I'm not that mean. Ooh,
Okay.
23.
Okay, give me some damage.
Oh, what you got, Giant Eagle? Not a lot.
The beak is 1d6 plus 3, and the
Yeah.
talons are 2d6 plus
2d6
3.
plus 3. Okay, so 2d6. That's a 1, I see it. Oof,
And a 2. Oh, man.
6
A
damage.
1 and a 2.
6
I'll just
damage.
land on
Okay,
it.
so
Yeah,
yeah, you,
I'll
like,
crunch it
kind
and then
of
land on it.
Scratch it a little bit. The 3 that are there, they kind of stumble away, tumble back. And the 3 that have their scimitars out, you got one guy steering. There's another one who's, I'm sure I have my numbers up. 3 there. There's one at a wheel. And the other 3 are like working ropes and tying things off and trying to help steer this thing. Those 3 with the swords draw their swords and they point them at you and say, "What's going on? Drop weapons, whatever, or get off. Get that bird out of here."
Stop attacking us. What are you doing up here? What is this?
This is our ship. What are you doing here?
We heard your ship. It's very loud.
And you hear, "Get aside." And this guy steps up front. I forget his name, but let me pull it up. Hang on a second. I'll give you his name in a minute.
Is it Cobb? Is it Skewer?
Music.
This is his brother
I want
Corn.
to make sure I had to pull it before, because I
Yeah,
knew you were
this
gonna
is
ask him.
Brother Corn.
So he steps up, and this guy's big, and he has a stature to him. And he steps up, and he kind of pushes one of his guys aside, and he says, "What's all this?"
Are they actually bear people?
This guy's almost full bear people. They are barely bear folk.
Yeah.
And he says, "What is this? What's going on? Who are you at aboard my ship?
I look at him and then I look at them, and I
Get
nod.
that thing out of here!"
We just heard your ship. You were following Kale.
And then you shot at us. You hit my bird friend over here. I mean, that
Called
was
the wing
uncalled for.
Why you just snug up on us? Kale. What about Kale?
I mean, we
Why were
rode
you
in
following
on.
him.
You're riding with Kale?
Yes.
That is the
We're
case, yeah.
protecting Kale, yes.
Well, we're Nice to meet you. We're coming to see you.
What do you mean coming to see us?
I got word from I don't know her name. Some scrawny human girl said that her
look a little
brother
Saren.
and
Hmm.
other folk were walking on Kale and needed a lift. Looking for
Probably
me.
my sister.
Wait,
You
never
know,
mind.
Ulf?
I can't say anything.
Ulf, yep. I know Ulf.
I was friends with Ulf.
Yep, that's what I hear. She said I'm supposed to come over here and help you and pick you up. You got stuck on some tree.
How do you know Ulf?
Kale?
Well, I built him. Found him. I guess I didn't build him. I found him.
Well, I'm afraid we have some bad news for you.
Yeah.
He was buried by a cave-in.
Well, yeah, I know he's dead. I got a letter from this Varney fellow. Well, I didn't. Vlad did, but I saw it. You got it. Do you have him?
No, we couldn't retrieve him. Although Vonnie may have unearthed him by now.
You could take you to where he'd be.
Yeah, I like that. We should go do that. What are you doing out here on this tree?
Trying to get Kale to his new home.
And what is that? And he points back at the bird.
Oh,
That's Sunny Cheeks.
Get off of there. Keep your pet.
Hey,
Yeah,
hang
I
on,
was saying,
hang on now.
you know how you see like those falcons people handle and they kind of like clumsily climb on stuff?
Yeah.
I'll kind of like weirdly clumsily climb down off the ballista and like stand on the deck.
He says, so he looks at you, and all the people with swords are like they put the swords back and they go back to work, and he's like, just go back to steering. And he says, well, come on down. And he leads you downstairs into a.
I'll tell him you might head that way. That's where the rest of our friends are. And Kale.
All right.
I'll turn.
Yeah, we saw you. Well, we saw Kale anyway. So, you're friends of Kale?
So you could say that.
I'm gonna turn back into Sunny Cheeks at this point if they're walking away from me into a room I can't get into.
Oh no! Can't fit into the
There's a little one. Where'd
Yeah.
he come from?
Yes, that's the.
I'm
that's
the bird. I wouldn't say I'm friends with Kale, but
Yeah, well, you're the only one who talks to him. You gotta be his friend.
I'm the only one that talks to him because none of you guys know how to do it.
That is correct.
That is 100% true. Yes.
Well, when I was speaking with your sister, she told me, she's safe, by the way. They made it. We had a nasty storm came in, but they washed ashore, and we met them up out there in the water. We were on our way over to that island anyway. And we came across all these boats.
Was that couple with her? They all right too?
Yeah, I think everyone made it.
I'm not there. They had a journey. So
Well, all right.
Well, all right.
You know, I'd
wanna
sure
make sure
like,
they
I'd sure like to get Ulf back. You know, but where's my manners? This is Natasha. I'm Sergey. And well, we're kind of fond of Ulf. We found him. We brought him back to Vlad, and he fixed him up, got him working. He's family basically to us, and we'd like him back. I was hoping we could find you and get him back. She said you wanted to talk to us anyway. What do you want to talk about?
We didn't know you had already heard. We wanted to make sure you knew.
Yeah. I didn't hear what happened. I just heard he didn't make it.
if you can bring Ulf back, I mean, we were friends with him too. I mean, we'd like to see him again.
Well, it depends on how damaged he is, but he might be possible to get him back. He may not be the same person. Sometimes things change. But
Yeah, he kind of had a little bit of a switch there at some point. I think maybe he was getting his memories back.
That could be a problem. Yeah, it's
How so?
yeah, they sometimes when the memories on those units when they click on, they can get a little weird. So we find it's best to put an inhibitor on them to try to keep them focused.
Insight check that. Does that seem? Does that seem slavey? Or does he just think it's the way it is?
About to say, he probably just thinks
Oh,
it's the
no.
way it
11.
is.
He does not seem nefarious in any way. He doesn't seem like he's. Yeah, I'll give you that.
He's not vicious. It's just they've probably had encounters with it before.
Well, we are quite a distance away from that spot at the moment.
If you don't mind helping us get Kale to where he needs to go after that, we can take you to Oath.
Where is he going?
We aren't
Honestly,
exactly
we don't
sure.
really know.
It's been a really confusing thing. We've just been kind of riding on his leg and just like, keeping the literal ankle biters off of him. I mean, we could have
100%.
could have left a long time ago, as far as I was concerned. But at least we found you.
Well, as long as you're keeping him safe,
Oh well.
whatever you're doing with him.
Are we catching up to Kale, by the way?
You're moving a little bit faster than Kale. This is a slow moving
Assuming
thing.
we have to move somewhat faster, because
Yeah.
otherwise they wouldn't have been able to catch up to us.
It's coming in. It's just coming in. It's just you figure you're moving pretty slow. You're moving just a little bit faster than Kale. Probably not as fast as an eagle. Definitely not.
Okay. Okay.
He says to Sunny Cheeks. He says, "So you're like a bird.
I can be a lot of things. Most of the time, I'm just like this, though.
That's weird.
The bird just makes it easier to move around, you know?
All right. That's not the weirdest thing I've seen today. Well, heard of today.
Well, it's probably that gigantic tree walking around, isn't it?
Man, it's weird. Like, Kale, I worship the tree.
I'm glad I didn't say anything negative.
Well, I mean, a lot of folk around here, protection and safety, and that's what he does. It's just weird that he's not where he normally is. Well, where is he going? And
He said he wants to. He's just trying to
He's looking
catch
for
some Z's.
kind of sanctuary somewhere.
a lot of weird things. I'm sorry we shot at you, but we saw, I don't know what it was. It was big bird, rock, something flying just yesterday.
Ooh, I wish I could turn into a rock.
I'd definitely shoot you. Unless you're a friendly rock, and then he can keep you around.
Have you seen any bugs, like buzzing bugs flying around? Stingers?
No, they don't usually come up here.
You know what they are, though?
Bugs? I heard of bugs.
All right.
I like this guy.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Stingers.
There's a lot of weird things. I heard just a few days ago that I heard Grendar's back.
Do we know
Who's
that
that?
name?
Give me a history check.
Rendar.
I'm not very good at history. How about you just tell me?
This is in the split second that he
13.
says the word.
Ugh.
13.
18.
Saren's heard the word. Grendar is some mythical beast that tore up the planet. There's a spot. There's like a place up there. There's a canyon up to the north. There's some culty things that go on up there with this canyon. It's Grendar's remains. Just some giant beast that used to roam around.
Well, that would be a cool fight. Kale versus Grendar. Fight?
I don't think it'd be cool at all.
He's very serious about this, Sunny Cheeks.
I'm sorry. I'll stop
He's-
talking about Mortal
he's-
Kombat.
He's seen bugs. He's
He knows
he's
what's
gonna
going
bust our
on.
chops for that. But if you mention fighting Grimtar with Kale, he's not having it.
We'll ride Kale like a giant tree mech.
Kale's not much of a fighter. He's more of a protector. Now, if Kale
We went by.
had a friend, like another big friend, I suppose he'd do all right in a fight. But I don't think Grendar would team up. Grendar, no, you wouldn't see Grendar and Kale fighting together.
Kaiju battle.
Kaiju.
What does
Maybe
Grindar
I mean-
look like?
No one really knows. Just some massive, I don't know, dragon or wormling or something, I guess.
I don't think Kale could win in the way he is now. I mean, he almost got killed by like.
Killed? You can't kill Kale.
You're
Well-
right. You absolutely cannot. And I look over at Sunny Cheeks. We just talked about this.
I'm not good at picking up on those kinds of things. I have a really bad insight. Actually, my insight's not bad. I see him, but I go "Whoop," back to him, and I'm like, he's kind of a pushover.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
So hey, what's this thing we're riding around on? This is pretty neat. Is this the only one of its kind?
Ship? You never seen a ship before?
Not one.
We've
that
seen
floats
ones that
in
go,
the air.
yeah, in water.
Oh. Yeah, there's a few of these. You folks don't get up north very much, do you?
Well, not this high up north.
No, that's not
Hey.
up.
Zing!
That's not how things work. I
I've seen
understand the
bugs.
confusion.
Oh my.
Wait, Kendrith is not flat?
Where's the ice wall? You ever run into the glass dome?
You mean flying too high?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that. Damage you up real good.
You find it's
Too cold?
best to stay in the cloud cover?
I don't like going very high above the clouds. Just to be safe.
What's above the clouds?
Well, like you said, the dome.
You've been there?
I haven't. No, but I've heard many of folk who have crashed their ship going too high.
I was just kind of messing with you guys. This is real.
Sunny Cheeks, you want to turn to the bird and
Straight
Do
up.
I want to turn into
Straight
the
up.
bird and fly into a big glass wall? No, not really.
Thunk. Oh.
or you just go real slow? I'll get on top and I'll just.
I don't think you. I think even though we've gone on all these bird flights, I'm not sure you understand how birds fly.
You can just hover, right?
You can just hover.
I'm not a
I'm not-
magic bird. You have to move at a pretty good clip to stay in the air.
Let's go over the basics of lift.
And also, going
Meanwhile-
up that high would be real cold.
Air was like, I knew it.
Plus, when you're in the clouds, you get the nice, fresh cloud spray, I guess, over the edge. It's like simulating being in water, but in the air.
I hate it. Can't see anything.
Okay, never
It's
mind.
the safest
But
way to fly, especially when there's a rock flying around. Whatever you were. Evil.
don't rocks control the weather?
Well, maybe. I never talked to one. I stay away from them. I never seen one before yesterday. I don't even know if that's what it was. It was big.
It would have to be real big, like twice as big as I was.
Oh, yeah. You would have been one of
Oh,
the biggest.
dang. Okay, yeah, probably good you didn't mess with that guy.
Can we see Kale from here? It's too
Yeah,
cloudy.
if you use your spyglass, you'd be able to catch him occasionally through the mist of clouds.
Okay. Just trying to make sure we're staying with him.
Yeah, and it's just heading that you're heading that direction. You're kind of sticking with the clouds, though.
I wonder what Krog and Tez Tuzma are doing.
I bet Tez is still asleep.
I don't know who's.
I'm just
Ted Tismo
bothering
character is,
Zarik.
but
I don't know
his
Ted Tuzmo
name's
either. It's
Zarik.
Zarik, I think.
Yeah.
Our apology. We forgot our party member's name.
I don't have his name in my Discord. All right.
Yeah.
Look over there and see it.
I'm just messing with Zarik.
While he's
Sleeping
taking a
over there.
nap,
Yeah.
you're like,
You're coming here now, boy.
I'm drawing a
He's got
mustache.
shaving cream in his hand.
Yeah.
And he's like trying to get him tickling his nose.
You're fast enough. You throw him off the edge, and you run down and catch him, and then throw him back off the edge. Run back down and catch him.
Oh man.
Speaking of Krog, I guess I could go get Krog and the unconscious Zarik. But then once I do that, we're stuck
don't make
up
eye
here for a little
contact with
while.
Mix.
Mix can stay on Kale forever for all I care. Mix is a pain.
Yeah, what are you doing walking on him? With him.
Well,
But
he gave us like a little shelf to ride on because we cooperated. Well, I talked to him a few times to get him not to kill everyone in that city. That was kind of cool that we were able to get him to not kill all those people. He was totally gonna do it.
Kay wouldn't do that. Kay wouldn't do that. Unless he's under some sort of spell.
He was poisoned.
Yeah.
Poisoned. Who would do such a thing?
Monster.
Monster.
No.
Xerix.
That's okay.
People who look like Xerix. Changelings that make themselves look like Xerix.
I don't know what any of that means. I know
Exactly.
Xerix. but I
It's
don't
a
know any of
follower of Xerix.
You know what a changeling is?
that. Heard of him. Never seen one. At least I don't think I have.
Well, they all look like Xerix.
But if they're changing, couldn't they look like anything?
Well, like him. He points at Sunny Cheeks.
Ah, no. Canonically,
Kind
they
of.
can't change their height very much.
Canonically.
Canonically, okay.
No,
Okay,
I can only
well.
turn into animals, not other people.
Just make sure we keep up with Kale. We get into where he's going, and then we can help you find Ulf.
So do we want to get Krog, or do we want to just like leave him down there?
Well, we came here to get you and take you back home. You want to stay with Kale? I don't have enough
We need
fuel to stay. Where's he going?
We just need to get him where he's going. I'm sure it can't be much longer.
I only got
Maybe now we go ask and see how much longer.
I only got a few days left unless you want to stop and chop some trees.
I mean,
Chop
we
some
can do that.
trees.
Fuel. This thing
How
doesn't
does
stay.
this thing work?
Well, you make the air hot with a big fire. It keeps it up in the air, and then you got another coal, and it cranks this thing. It's a whole thing.
Well, if you want to get Ulf, you're going to need more than a couple of days of fuel.
We've been flying for a couple days already. We can make stops. We can load up for a bigger trip. I didn't think we're going to come all the way out of here. She said it was important, and it was about Ulf. Why don't you just, I got a map. Why don't you just mark on that map where Ulf is, and I'll go get him. I'd like to have him back.
It's
I mean, being up here
it's in
sounds a lot better than riding on that tree. So
it's in. I mean, it's roughly in the well.
It's way
It's
south.
kind of in
South
the
of here.
direction. Yeah, it's south. It's like southeast, and we're going southeast right now, right?
You're going east.
Okay.
You're not too far from the Grove of Love.
the
Yeah.
Grove
That's
of
probably
Love.
where-
Love?
That's probably where Kale's going, right? It's a grove.
It's a tree.
The Grove of Love. He's like, what's
I mean,
up,
that's what I
trees?
thought. The first time he said he was going east, I was like, oh, there's a Grove of Love, and he's looking for tree sanctuary. That sounds exactly like what he's looking for.
That's where his harem is. He's trying to catch up, dude. Is he headed in that direction?
That's where he's going. It's got to be.
Well, then, god dang, guys, 2 birds, 1 stone. We just ride with this guy to go catch up with your dead buddy or whatever, and then
Then you can chop down all the entire Grove of Love for fuel.
He's not dead. He's just off.
Okay, well,
Oh, okay.
it's fine. We'll
That's even better.
give us a day or two to follow Kale, and then I will mark it on your map.
I wish I knew where it was. I'd mark it for you, but
Okay, I'll give you 2 days, and then I'm gonna have to turn around or find somewhere to stop.
Okay.
As far as I can go, unless you got some safe haven that I can stop at. A lot of folks around these parts are not real kind, not real friendly.
oh, that's good to know. We met this guy on a lighthouse, and he thought we were gonna save his wife because he'd been praying to Kale, but we just kept going.
What was the name of that town that Cobb wanted us to go check out?
Cobb, I know Cobb.
Oh, I'll
Oh,
say
no.
it. I'll say it.
Oh,
in,
no.
in character.
I take that back. We totally helped him.
Didn't you say that? I was reading my list as I was trying to half listen. Did not say Cobb.
No, I did, but I was asking I was
Oh,
asking
okay.
the DM what the name of that town is that
I thought I
Cobb
said it.
told us to go.
I never said his name.
Kieranheim. You said the guy at
Kieranheim.
the lighthouse.
The guy at the lighthouse, yeah.
He says, "Yeah, I know Cobb. He's a strange one, but he's probably the nicest one you'll find around these parts."
Do you know
He said,
anything
yeah.
about Kieranheim?
Yeah, I've seen it. Try not to go that far. There's some weird things that happen around there.
What do you mean?
yeah, he said everyone in there was way too nice.
Yeah, people go missing. We try to stay away from that area.
He said his wife and daughter went missing.
Oh, that's too bad.
That's too bad.
Did you help him?
That's kind of.
We told them that we were going to be coming back. Obviously, we are following Kale right now.
Yeah, Kale's
There wasn't a lot. Yeah.
more important. Assuming you're helping Kale.
Well, we're just. Yeah, helping. That's a strong word, I think. But, anyways. We did end up helping him because, time constraints. Same thing we're dealing with right now. I guess I'll fly down and talk to him, and that'll give me a chance to. Well, crap. I'll fly down and talk to him, take a nap for an hour, then I'll come back.
Talk to Krog?
Kale.
No,
Oh,
Kale.
Kale, okay. So you jumping out and flying down?
I wish I had a parachute so I could just like fall without turning back into a bird.
What time of day is it?
It's still morning.
Or no?
I can take a short rest.
Okay.
We just got done with the
Yeah,
rest.
they'll give you a hammock if you need to take a nap.
Alright, I'll fly down there.
Say, friends of Ulf are welcome to stay with us. This is Natasha speaking. Always welcome here. Ulf was like kind of like a son to us. Worked with us quite a bit. But in your hour of resting, anyone want to do anything up on the ship?
Oh, I can turn into a bird one more time,
Oh,
so
okay,
I'd have to
okay.
fly down there and then rest on the leg for an hour and then fly back up.
You leap off, turn into a bird, dive down. As you dive under the cloud cover and you can see the tree, you can see ahead where that grove of love was, because it is blackened
What?
and clearly has gone through a forest fire.
Ew.
Dive down, make your way that way. You're so far up here.
Oh, because I'm just far enough up that I can see over there. Because it's real far out, right?
You could just start making it out at sunrise. You could just kind of see that or at sunset. I think you could see it there on the tree. But now that the sun is up and shining, you can see it. It has blackened.
Well, that's not good. I
Gonna
think
grow
to
back
myself,
real thick.
Real lovely.
maybe Kale can rejuvenate it. Anyways, I'll fly down.
Okay.
And land by Krog.
Okay.
And I'll turn back into Sunny Cheeks. I'll turn back into
You
me.
see Krog throwing off Zarik.
Oh, yeah.
Running down and catch.
You just watch for a little while and then you go down there.
Like, what are you doing?
Forget that.
We're playing catch.
He's using his monk powers to sprint down the leg.
Yeah.
Dives out. I caught you on the dive. That was awesome.
That was sick. Run back up the wall, Prince of Persia style.
He's not waking up. I mean,
I think he might be dead.
If he's not waking up from that, he's probably in a coma or something.
Time for a burial at sea. I'll let David know he's making a character.
Don't worry, we'll shake him awake next week.
nice.
Okay, you lay next to Krog. You long resting or?
No, I'm going to cast Speak with Plants.
Okay.
Oh.
And I'm going to ask my boy. I'm gonna be like, hey, Kale, you've been walking for an awful long time. You almost where you need to be? Hopefully?
Nope. Couple more weeks.
Dang.
Can you tell me the name of this destination?
I don't know what you call it. Rejuvenates me. Sanctuary.
I look over at Krog and I'm not speaking with plants and I go, Kale really kind of sucks.
Krog nods.
He's kind of always
Sure
sucked
does.
right from the beginning, and the other guys, they're just really into it for some reason. All right, well, we found a big boat in the sky.
Talking to this Kale.
I'm talking to Krog.
Okay.
I could take you guys up there in like an hour.
Okay.
You have any questions you want to ask Kale?
No.
Okay.
I want to
What-
leave this tree.
What? You can't leave. Kale, what needs you?
I think Kale needs you. You're the chosen one.
No, he chose you. No one speaks with Kale but you. You're the voice of Kale now.
Oh, I don't know that I like that. I don't even like this tree that much.
Oh no.
Says, I've been working with Kale for a long time, and it's not very often that someone actually talks to Kale. No one's talked to him for a long time because he's been asleep, but he wakes up and he just chats with you. I've never seen it before.
I don't feel like it's chatting. I feel like it's pretty a one-sided conversation. You just don't see that because you can't understand what I'm saying.
I hear you come back here and you tell your friends all the things that Kale said to you. He never said anything to me.
That's just like,
At least not
I
since
don't
he was
want
a
to
tree.
explain. Well, it's just okay. Never mind.
Kale is weak and he needs you.
I wish I could cast this on you. Hey, Kale. I've still got a couple minutes left. Mix really wants to be the chosen one, and I think you should talk to him.
You get nothing.
Dang it, I knew that wouldn't work.
Get a big tree chuckle. Like,
Yeah.
Thumbs up or thumbs down on Mix? Give me a general vibe on Mix. He's been taking care of you forever. You didn't even give the guy a hello one time? He's an undying robot who's been taking care of you forever.
Unnatural. But friend.
Okay, well,
Unnatural.
at least we got that. I go, hey, Mix.
Yeah.
He says you're unnatural, but that you're his friend.
I suppose that's accurate.
I'm glad I could give you that closure that you needed. And then I turn back into a bird. I take a nap.
What? Closure?
I don't turn back into a bird. You seem conflicted about the whole thing. Seemed like a one-sided relationship. you're really into him, but he's not that into you.
He's just not that into you.
He's just that into you.
You get
I'm sorry it took so long to get that.
in your head from Kale. Trouble.
Oh.
From what? Stop being so vague. We're on a time limit here, you know.
He says, someone burned the grove.
Oh yeah, I saw that when I was flying down. But that's not where you're going, right?
Who would do that?
Well, it happens kind of occasionally on its own, you know.
Not that grove.
It's been a long time. You've been asleep for a while, my guy.
Yeah, smell it. You can smell it. Recent. Very recent.
Okay. Okay. Well, do you want to stop by there or something? Listen, I'm going to be real with you, Kale. I don't know that I want to be with you for another 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay.
You hurt his feelings.
Oh, you hurt his feelings.
That's a long time, buddy.
Okay. Okay.
When we took off on this, I was thinking like maybe a few days.
Oh no.
You think I could teleport you?
I don't know.
Oh man.
So the Altastar isn't gonna be happy.
Wait, who?
Ooh,
Say that name one more time.
Altastar.
Alta Star. Okay, I'll write that in my little notebook. Alta Star. Alta Star. Alta Star.
Sounds
Okay,
like
so who's
90s
that?
web platform.
Yeah, Alta Star. You had to pick up the CD from the Blockbuster to install it on your computer.
Yep.
She liked that grove. It was
Oh,
gonna-
is she still alive?
Yeah.
I look over at Krog. Hey, Krog, you ever heard of Altastar? Hey, Mix. Altastar?
No.
Altastar. I don't really know a lot of people.
Oh, no.
Krog would have really never heard of that.
What do I need? Is there a check I can make, or
Give
is
me a
this something I just
religion
don't know about? Boy.
Although that's kind of giving you away, isn't it? If I ask for a religion check. Give me a d20.
Yeah. I rolled a 1,
You don't
so
have-
I don't know anything about it. I know about as
You
much as
rolled a
I did
1.
when he said it.
The natural one means it wasn't even about religion.
Yeah.
You were looking in the wrong place.
I was just thinking. All right, well, Kale's being kind of vague, which is par for the course. So, you want to, like, fly up to the ship or something? Oh, well, sorry. I got to take a nap first.
Okay.
But you've been sitting here with Zarik for the whole time. It shouldn't be that bad.
I need to get away.
I gotta take a nap first. Don't play catch with me.
Yes. Don't play catch with me. I'll wake up.
Mick says, you can't leave. I don't care what he says, you can't leave him. This...
You're really driving an impossible bargain here, Mix.
He asked for you. You're the one he asked for to stay and protect him. Where would he be without you? We'd have whatever that lightning
presume-
thing was, those little frog things.
Yeah, I presume if we hadn't been here, he would have been, like,
Dead.
laying flat in the ocean.
Be a flotsam.
We need him. We need Kale. He keeps us safe.
Okay, well...
Can't leave him.
No, he doesn't. We're keeping him safe. This is literally the whole thing.
When he gets his strength, he'll pay you back if that's what you want.
I feel like I'm just gonna get crushed by a giant tree hand for all this.
Kale doesn't have hands.
Okay,
I
a
roll-
giant tree stub.
Can I roll insight on him to see if he's just like being genuine?
I think
Or if
Mix
he's
is the
just
most
making
genuine
stuff up.
person we've met in this whole thing.
It's hard
He
to
shows
read.
up. He knows what he loves. He loves trees, particularly this tree.
Yeah, and your passive insight is kind of giving you that this guy Mix doesn't really know much. He knows Kale. He's stuck with
Yeah.
Kale.
Right.
All that he can remember.
Yeah.
There is some fuzzy times that he can't remember, but basically he's stuck with Kale.
He's been with Kale, yeah, for a
He's
long
very
time.
isolated. Kale. Kale's his world.
Okay.
Kale's just not that into him.
And he sees
Yeah.
he sees people for many, many, many years have just come offerings to Kale and worship Kale.
Yeah. He's fully in. He's 100% in.
Hmm.
We could leave Zarik here to take care of watching over him, since he can't protest at all.
I'll just say I'll be like, I'll stay too then.
Okay.
I don't think Kale wants you to split the party. I think he wants you to either stay here or choose another.
I get what Kale wants. I'm just trying to reckon what Kale wants with what Goater Sunny Cheeks wants.
How much longer does he say you're gonna be here?
He said like weeks.
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 Think of it as a nice steady job.
What?
A nice, steady, unpaid internship.
When you get there, Kale will reward you with anything you can imagine.
Gonna
I'm
get
sure
us
of it.
pizza.
I feel like you're promising
Pizza.
stuff on his behalf. If I
Thanks for
ask
helping
him
me
that.
move. I bought pizza.
Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna need to wrap this up pretty soon because I'm
Yep.
exhausted.
I want to try to get a direction here before we end this.
I'm just waiting for the information to come back.
I can't send messages or anything, so I'm just gonna. I'll be right back, Mix, and I'm just gonna pick up the guys and fly them. Well, I'll take my 1 hour nap.
He wakes you up every 10 minutes. You're staying, right?
No, I say, Croc, throw him off and catch him for an hour.
Okay, hour goes
Croc's
by.
confused.
Short rest.
Yep. I fly unconscious Zarik and Krog back up the ship.
Okay.
Oh, unless Krog really wants to stay for some reason. No, for
at
the
that
sake of
point,
this,
just
I'm
like, let's
forcing
go.
him. Fly him
Are
up
you
to the ship.
giving us all the information?
Yeah. I'll have Krog give you all the information so I don't waste the 4 hours of this
Okay.
bird transformation.
Yeah, I'll relay that.
Okay, if I get all that information, what can I tell about like his current vector, the way he turned earlier, and the fact that it's still 2 to 3 weeks out? Get a map out. Do I have an idea of where he's trying to go?
Oh, yeah, and don't forget to write down that name. I squawk.
Alta Star.
I will guide and try and help do this.
Are you just doing this internally? Just you trying to figure out your map, and if you want to look at the map of the ship, they have a map, which is
Yeah, I would try to get Sergey to
a little
help.
more detailed than yours, but it's detailed in the northwest, but not much anywhere else.
Oh.
I would try to get as much help as I could get, but from like I'm assuming that someone who flies around might have a better idea. But I will use both maps. I mean, if we're going east and he has mostly map of the west,
Okay,
I'll ask him about that, and I'll ask him about Alta Star.
Alta Star. Yeah, that's a god of love.
Oh.
Oh, that makes sense. Grove of
Oh.
Love. Got it.
Real sappy stuff. Give me a intellect. We'll make this a. Here's what we'll do. We'll go 4E style. Everyone, give me a skill that will coincide with trying to figure out where Kale is going. Whether it's
Investigation.
nature, investigating.
I will investigate.
Some sort of intellect with how the map is working. Nature. Oh, did I say nature already? Religion, knowing gods. Whatever you want to
History.
do, choose
Probably
one.
limited.
What
I
you
will
know,
investigate.
of what
I
you
want to
know.
know if religious wife I've ever heard of the Grove of Love.
Okay.
The Grove of Love.
22.
Look at that.
Wow.
28
Wow.
investigation.
Wow. I don't have any relevant skills.
Can I do just like an insight on anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me something, Eric.
All right.
20.
Oh, look at them numbers.
Nice.
Wow. 1916.
Oh, wow. Man, we're prepared for
We
this
all
one.
know where the
We
girl
all-
love is.
We like circle it, put a pin in it. Let's go.
Holy cow.
Maybe we can get him there with the cat.
All right, so you're kind of discussing this amongst each other. Sergey is there with you as well, and he's kind of pointing some things out. He's like, "Yeah, there's an island there, and there's a divot, and there's a. You wouldn't want to go through there because it's treacherous lands, and he would know that, and all this stuff. And you kind of figure there's a couple places he might go. There's the Elkenhart Swamp, which is east of Talon, east of where all the lizard folk live. There's something about that place and large creatures. There's stories about everyone has like a different story about big creatures that live in that swamp, and so maybe he's going there. It's a swamp, big mythical creatures. That kind of thing kind of goes together.
Yeah.
That's place number one. Place number two is there's a lake, Lake Mortal, which is a little bit further east, kind of where the snake folk live. And these are both Elkenhart's are going to be a little bit on the early side of maybe 13 days, 14 days, and then the Lake Mortal will be a little bit further than that. That is there's a mana spring there that you kind of come together along with Sergey. That is a sort of like what's the conquistador thing? The Fountain of Youth. There's a kind of a Fountain of Youth kind of story with that mana spring. And there's also the Mint Pools, which is just out there. So you got three options of where he's probably going. The Mint Pools is also sort of it's sort of a thermal bath spa thing. People go there because Rejuvenate kind of came up, and that's that's not really a godly place, but of some people that have like trekked there, quested there to visit the spas and the thermal soak.
Yeah.
That's probably the least likely of the three. I'd say since your rolls are incredible, your most likely is probably going to be the Mana Spring and Lake Mortal, but it could be that Elkenhart Swamp. That's probably number two, because that does seem likely for a big tree. 3, unlikely, but maybe the pools. Those are your 3 probably spots.
Do we have reason to believe that teleport would work with Kale? With the cape?
Give me an Arcana check.
Yeah, that would have to be
whoever wants to. Well, Eric's probably going to do it. I'll let Eric have advantage. Everyone else can do it with disadvantage.
I'm going to guide Eric. Yeah.
With disadvantage?
Yeah, because he has done investigate. He has he identified it.
Plus the guidance, which was a D4, right?
Yeah.
I'll try it.
What'd you get, Eric? You got a 15. Give me an advantage.
I got 19 total.
Okay.
I rolled twice. The first one was bad.
Okay. You don't know because of Kale being one being, but also many beings. It's possible it would only bring a little bit of them.
Oh.
Like it just takes his arm.
It'd take his like his leg or something.
A small piece of him. That's still him.
Yeah.
Because he's every tree, every bush.
He's woven together.
Yeah. So it's possible, but you don't know what that would do to him.
That makes sense.
Possible, but unlikely. Plus, it's a place I've never been before, so it'd be extra hard anyways.
Yep.
At least we know where we're going.
We can kind of determine which one it is based on the time he thought it was going to take to get there, right?
Yeah.
Elkenhart is like...
Elkenhart is early on those weeks.
Yeah.
The Mana Spring is a little bit later on those weeks. And the pools is going to be a little bit about the same as the Mana Spring.
Okay.
Sergey says, well, we ain't going to any of those because we don't have enough fuel for this. Unless you got a place we can land. I ain't landing in Lizard Town. We got to go back. There's a village.
Why don't we just we can stick with Kale. Why don't you go I'll tell you where Ulf is, if you don't mind going to grab my sister and dropping her off with my other sister.
I can do that.
I'll point on the map. This is
So
where
the
Ulf is.
storm,
So go get your sister, drop her off at your other sister at Port Illidan,
Cliff.
Yes.
and then Ulf is at Steamcliff.
He's
Yeah.
in Steam Cliff.
I can do that.
Cool.
All right, and then I guess I will, once we kind of get all the plan laid out, like he's gonna go do that, and we're gonna stay with Kale.
Okay.
Then I'll ferry everyone back to Kale.
Have
We're
you
going
got
to
any
stay with
extra
you.
rations for a little while?
Oh, we got some
Yeah.
biscuits. Chips biscuits.
I mean, we'll take as much as we can, as much as y'all can spare. We got the
Hardtack.
We got a little bit. You can have now. They ain't tasty.
Hey, it's better than nothing.
How long do you think it will take you to get all the way to Steamcliff after going back? And
Oh, we'll have to make a couple stops. So it'll take.
well, we may try to meet you there. How long do you think it will take?
Ooh, that's a long way out there. It'll take at least 2-3 weeks. That's a long way out there.
I have the ability. I should be able to keep in contact with you. I can send you messages with magic. That's all right.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Nice.
That's where we'll end.
All right,
Cool.
All right,
Fantastic.
maybe we'll be here next week.
should be.
Sorry, Francisco. I tried to get you a fight. Tried to get you some scary bugs, but nobody wanted to bite.
I was messing around with Zariq, tossing him around. It was fun.
It was fun.
All right. Bye, Twitch.
Bye,
Bye.
Twitch.
Bye.